Don't scream, it's just Halloween. Written by Mark W. Thompson. Each Halloween, old Silas Grimshaw decks his house with shrieks of awe. Skeletons dance and pumpkins roar. Each year he adds a few ghosts more. From attic top to backyard shed, he stores his monsters cobweb spread. Boxes stacked from floor to beam, all labelled Spooky Halloween Dream. It takes a week with nails and glue, and neighbourhood kids complete the crew. When homework's done they race outside, Tate and Shay, their Halloween pride. They start with ropes and bolts of wire to raise the pumpkin tall with fire. Its grin could light the neighbourhood and maybe scare a witch for good. Next comes the witch on broomstick high. They hoist her up against the sky. Her crooked hat and crooked laugh would make a ghost fly away fast. The carriage next, a horse of bone, a skeleton driver all alone. He cracks the whips with spooky might, like he's yelling, "Hop in tonight." They built a pirate ship so wide it nearly filled the whole backside, with ghostly sails and creaking mast and cannons loaded very fast. On ladders tall they climb with care to hang the fairies in the air. Dark and twisty wings of black, they flap and swoop, then flap right back. When all was done, the scene was grand, a haunted world by Silas's hand. 99 figures ghoulish bright awaited now the Halloween night. They strung up lights from tree to post and placed a fog machine like toast. A glowing graveyard, spooky hue, Tate and Shay gasped, "We're nearly through." The street was famous far and wide for Silas's haunted yard of pride. Each year brought crowds from every street to watch his creatures trick or treat. But this year seemed a little more than pumpkins, webs and ghoulish lore. The moon would rise so round and clear, the best full moon in many a year. The kids could feel it in the air, some Halloween magic brewing there. They whispered softly, "This will be the best night in all history." Shay and Tate went home, got dressed, put on their costumes to join the rest. Shay was a genie so beautiful, and Tate a warrior strong and skillful. At dusk the smoke began to creep, the fog machines no longer sleep. Music howled, the lights went low, a haunted stage began to glow. The pumpkin monster gave a twitch, a scratch, a stretch, and an eerie itch, then creaked and groaned, and with a roar he took one giant step, then more. The children froze, their eyes grew wide, as the pumpkin stomped from side to side. He bent right down, his face aglow, and whispered softly, "Trick or treat, you all." His giant hand reached for the treats, into the carriage candy by the heaps, then kneeled before the startled crew and said, "I got this just for you." The children cheered, their fear was gone. They munched and licked and laughed along. The pumpkin bowed, so proud, so sweet. A happy monster can't be beat. But suddenly, whoosh, a chilling flight. Dark fairies swooped across the night. They snatched up candy, cackling loud, and darted straight into the crowd. The kids all ducked, their bags held tight. But Grimshaw did not see this sight. The fairy shrieked, "We want it all!" then zoomed towards the kids and the pumpkin tall. The witch took action, zoom and swoop. She chased those fairies loop-de-loop. Her broom became a swinging bat. She yelled, "Take that, you little brat!" She scooped up 3 kids and off they flew, through smoky air, past fairies too. The children giggled, "What a ride!" as fairies tumbled, terrified. The pirates saw the chaos grow. They hollered, "Ready, mates, let's go!" They fired the cannons, boom and crash. Each fairy ducked to dodge the flash. 5 children joined them on the deck to help reload the shots in check. "Fire!" cried the pirate ghost with glee, as candy rained from tree to tree. The pumpkin swung his limbs around and smacked the fairies to the ground. Each swing went whump, a windy push that left them tangled in a bush. The giant spiders hissed and spun. Their silky web was nearly done. They stretched it high from post to gate, a fairy trap, oh how they'd wait. The fairies fluttered, lost their way. and zipped right in without delay. "Sticky!" cried one. "I can't move." The spiders grinned. "Now that's our groove." At last the dark-winged thieves were caught, all sticky wrapped in spider snot. The children clapped, the witch did cheer, "The sweetest Halloween this year." The pirate sang a jolly tune, the pumpkin danced beneath the moon. The skeleton cracked his ghostly whip and took the kids on a carriage trip. The kids all laughed, they'd never seen a Halloween so wild and keen. They stayed till late, the stars shone bright, a night to dream of night after night. At last their parents called, "Come back." They waved goodbye along the track. To pumpkin, witch and pirate crew, "See you next year, we'll miss you too." Old Silas bowed, his heart felt warm. He loved this yearly spooky storm, for every shriek and giggling shout was what Halloween's all about. The next day dawned, so calm, so still, the morning air a little chill. The kids ran over full of cheer. "Thanks, Mr. Grimshaw, for all the fun here." "How'd you do it?" Shay did say. "How did you make them all move that way? The witch, the pirate, even that tree." "They're real," Tate said, "didn't you see?" Silas smiled and shook his head. "I just hung them up," he said. "No magic potions, no tricks out of view, just me, and of course the two of you." Tate frowned. "But sir, they really flew. They tossed out candy, pirates too." The pumpkin bowed, the spider spun. "It wasn't just pretend for fun." "Well," said Silas, "you never know what happens when full moonlights glow. On Halloween when spirits play, strange things can stir the night that way." The children laughed, marching on, waving at the ghouls on Grenshaw's lawn. Silas waved, then turned to see his yard, where something used to be. He blinked and squinted, rubbed his brow. "The fairies, where are they now?" He checked the trees, the shed, the gate. They'd vanished clean. Oh, heaven's sake! He wandered around, then stopped with shock. A giant web behind the rock. Two dark fairies found something more, hanging far from where they were before. He scratched his head, a puzzled grin. Now how'd those spiders pull them in? He laughed out loud, his eyes alight. Perhaps they came alive last night. He thought about what the kids had said of witches flying overhead, of pirates firing pumpkins grand. Could it be true by a children's hand? He smiled and whispered, could it be that something happened magically, that kids' imaginations bright can bring these creatures into sight? And Silas, sipping pumpkin tea, just smiles and hums contentedly, for Halloween's his greatest joy, each ghost, each ghoul, each girl and boy. For every child who laughs and screams gives life to all of Silas's dreams. And that's the truth of Halloween night, where spooks and smiles are his delight.